All right. So today is training number 257. Topic title for today, Principles to Freedom. Principles to Freedom. I want you to write that down, take some notes. I'm going to give every single one of you watching this right now access to this particular PowerPoint presentation. It is going to be powerful. I can guarantee you that. So here's what I'd recommend. I recommend that you guys send this out to as many people as you can right now, as we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Zoom, all at the same time. This is going to be one of my most powerful trainings that I do inside of this business. Okay. Again, called Principles to Freedom. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Number one is most people miss the part that really the work part of network marketing. I've made that statement for years because work, W-O-R-K, which by the way is a 4-letter word for a lot of people, it is the most important word in this industry. So if you want to be successful, you really want to make the big bucks, we'll just call them bucks, right? Then you have to do what most people are not willing to do. You have to consistently work your business every single day for a period of several years. If you want to make $100,000, $200,000, millions of dollars, it's going to take consistent work, consistent effort. One person I think of with this is Michael Martin. I've known Michael Martin for over 5 years. Every day, he's consistent with his marketing online. There's no surprise as to why he has become successful today. Guys, contrary to what you might have been told, this business is hard work. But guess what? So is working a job. Everything you do in life is going to be hard, right? In fact, this will probably be one of the most difficult things that you've ever done. But here's the key, it'll be well worth it if you get started and you stay the course and you build it big. This is critical for you to understand, because I can tell you today without any income claims, lifestyle claims, so that if any regulators see this recording right now, here's what I can tell you. It's worth it. The last time that I actually worked a job where I received a paycheck was in 2004. It's now 2023 by the time that I'm doing this call. That's a long time. Let's just put it that way. Okay. And so the work was worth it for all that time that was put in. Number two is you want to create a culture on your team where ego does not get in the way. Now, I have this acronym for ego, which stands for edging God out. Now, some people don't believe in God, but most people do. So I would offend him if I didn't talk about him. Okay. But don't get too big for the small things. Make sure that you keep your ego and your team's ego in check, because here's the reality. You're no better than anybody else. Even if you're one of the top earners inside the company, if you're top on Go Live or something like that, what happens is people's heads start to get swollen. They start to believe what it is that people are saying other things about them. And so they no longer talk to those people. They don't respond to their messages. They're too busy for them at convention and all that kind of stuff. This is something I've really tried very hard over the last number of years, is no matter the amount of success that I have personally had, whether I made it to the Hall of Fame or became a Chairman 100 or, was successful on Go Live or something like that, is I've never wanted to act like I was better than anybody else. Another individual who I really think is a good representation of this is Alex Morton. Now, Alex Morton has made tens of millions of dollars inside of this industry. And I can tell you, he will go and take photos with someone who's just getting started as a new customer, new IBO, Platinum 150 or something. He has kept his ego in check. Another one is Ed Milet. He has kept his ego in check. So here's the reality. As you experience success in this company, do not forget what it was like to be a brand new IBO. You got to create a team culture where people want to stick around because they love the team, even if they aren't earning money in the business. Think how many people stay with companies like Amway and Melaleuca and Avon. They're not really making money, but that team culture is so strong. Their lives have been improved, not just on financial side, because they may not have financial success, but what it's done for them personally, their mindset, their emotions, their goal setting, their relationships, their physical health, they stay. So that's key number 2, is to create that culture on your team where the ego doesn't get in the way. Number 3 is people want to know that you're going to be there for them. Zig Ziglar told me when I was 19, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I actually remember writing that down for the first time that I heard it. And it really does make sense, because sometimes we think with all this knowledge base that we have, this library in our head of information, that this vast knowledge, if we share it with people, that they're actually going to care. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think that most people care. It's how you treat other people. Okay. That's what makes a difference. So as a sponsor, you have an obligation to support your team, help them, and train them. That's my personal belief. In fact, it's called a sponsor for a reason. You don't sign people up and say, hey, look, I'm not the friendly type. Go ahead and sign here. I'm off to the next deal, the next prospect. Okay. You don't sponsor people and then leave them behind. You be accessible. Every person that hits me up on social media, I respond to them. Text messages, social media, I answer their questions. I provide direction, and I help to motivate and inspire them. I give them what they need. I'm never too good for anybody else. Every single person's important. Every person is a child of God and is valued. Okay. By all means, spend most of your time with the superstars. Okay. Work with the willing, be available to everyone on your team, but you really need to be spending time with the people who are really the movers and shakers of your business. Okay. Key number 4 is you want to make friendship and kindness your superpower. Network marketing success comes down to building a lot of long-term relationships. That's when people say, well, is this network marketing or multi-level marketing? I mean, really, it's friendship marketing. I mean, it really is all about creating friendships. The more friendships that you can create with people, the more success that you can have in this business. If you want more growth in your business, focus on building more friendships. I learned from John C. Maxwell. I wrote a book called Building the Leader Within You. I was 19 years old when I read it. And he said, life is a collection of relationships. So these friendships that you build are very important. We got too many people these days in this industry. It's all about just getting people in, right? But here's my recommendation. Be nice to other people. Show a genuine, sincere interest in other people. Be interested, not interesting. I can tell you, convention, there's too many interesting people. All these conventions I go to, all they want to do is talk about themselves. Be interested, not interesting. Show people that you actually care. Okay, key number 5, rich people don't take vacations. Now, I want to be very clear with this, because sometimes when people hear me make this statement, they feel like that all you do is work. Let me be very clear. Rich people, and when I say they're rich, you say rich or wealthy, there is a little bit of a difference, but rich people live their life where they want, and they do what they want when they want to do it. Okay. So when you live your life on your terms, not your boss's terms, not your family's terms, and you do what you want every day, you won't need a vacation. See, every day I come to work, I feel like I'm on vacation because I truly love what I do. Now, there's certain days that are not too fun. There's certain days that are stressful, but overall, I love what I do. So you're not going to need to take weeks off to, quote, refresh your batteries or escape your reality. For most people, this is probably really difficult to understand. In the network marketing profession, you can travel the world, you can get paid to do it. Man, that's an amazing thing. I get to go to the Netherlands in about a month and a half. After that, the very next week, and I'm in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to Las Vegas to take my wife for Valentine's Day. I don't have to ask the boss off and when I have to be back and stuff. And so you see, I can still go places, but I love what I do every day. I don't have to take a vacation from what it is that I do because I truly enjoy what I do, and you guys can as well. Okay. All right. So key number 6. Stop allowing others to make you feel guilty for wanting to be rich. Man, this was a tough one when I first got in the industry. Let's just say I had a couple of family members, college roommates, and a few friends who definitely guilted and shamed me to death to get me to quit. But let me give a recommendation to you. Don't let anyone steal your dream, ever. You got to have a dream. There's going to be a struggle, but God has promised the victory. When you attempt to do anything that is worthwhile in life, you will have people who they don't want to see you win. And unfortunately, sometimes it's closest to you. The people closest to you, the bloodline, they do not want to see you win. So you can either let your critics stop you, or you can ignore them and press forward. whatever you do, don't get advice from people who don't have your results. Don't get advice from people who are not where you want to be. So hear them out, let them say what they're going to say. And you don't have to like talk back to them and get all defensive and stuff like that. And I say that because in the beginning I did. I took it personal offense, and I wanted to slam them with a few quotes. But what I found is that they didn't care and they didn't join. Okay. So you hear people out, let them say what they're going to say, and you go out and you make it happen. Okay. Key number 7, income is not the measure of success. Success means different things to different people. And the reality is, having a nice income, having money in the bank, yes, it can reduce stress. But I can tell you, even after having a lot of success that I've had, it doesn't just mean that it all goes away. It can reduce stress for the mere fact that you're able to pay bills that otherwise you wouldn't be able to pay, okay? It can also make you feel successful. But there are other factors too. For example, personal growth, helping other people, travel, living life on your terms, not having a boss, and other things are also important. Your physical health, right? Your relationships. The key is to identify what is important in your life. So you want to set the goals and you want to work towards those goals every single day. Okay. This is very important because people think if I could just reach this income amount, all my problems are going to go away. Yes, some of your problems will go away for sure. But guess what? More problems are going to come, and they're probably going to be different problems. Okay. Key number 8, have an abundance mentality. Most people sell themselves short. They totally underestimate what they're capable of, because here's the thing. We become what we think about all day long. So starting today, work on your self-talk, work on your self-image. You want to be thinking abundance. You want to think wealth, think happiness, think success. You deserve it. You are capable of great things. Trust me, there is plenty to go around, but you do have to earn it. Everyone who is watching this right now, you can be a 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner, you can be an 8-figure earner, and we still wouldn't make a dent in the world of 8 billion plus people on this earth. So look, there is enough to go around, and that I can promise you. Number 9, this is a profession. Just like any career, you can have a long, successful career in network marketing if you do the work and you stick with it for the long haul. This year is 24 years that I've been in this industry. I did have a person tell me or ask me a couple of weeks ago, if you're so successful and you made it to the Hall of Fame, why are you still doing this? Why don't you just take all the money and chill? The reality is, what else am I going to do? This is something that has blessed my life. I enjoy doing it, and I really want to be able to pay back and help other people. I don't want to just sit home. I want to help other people have success. So it's not easy, but I have found that success in anything I've done is not easy, including staying in shape, including being married, including having family, right? If you want to become a network marketing professional, you must become a student of the industry. And this includes with trading, which I've had to do. You want to read books, you want to listen to audios, you want to find a mentor, and you want to attend events like conventions and learn every single thing that you can about the industry. Number 10 is you want to become an artist in this industry. You've got to think yourself as an artist, just similar to someone who's into music or dance or whatever, someone who creates something and then they use their special talents and their abilities and their skill sets to build your dynasty. Because this is what it's about. It's kind of like in sports. You have the Chicago Bulls, you got the Warriors, you have the Patriots. It's a dynasty, right? Every single person is unique. Every single one of us should focus on our own strengths and our own skills so that we can succeed. Now, here's a recommendation I want to give to you that I think is very important. Be yourself. Be authentic to yourself, okay? You're not going to be somebody else. You don't need to be somebody else. You are the best you. You want to be the best you. Your fingerprint is unique. No one has the same fingerprint, okay? So be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone else. Don't compare yourself to anyone else, because comparison is the thief of joy. You want to build your business in a way that works for you, your life, your time schedule, okay? All that stuff. Figure out what you're naturally good at. Focus on that. I tried to do some things in the beginning that I found was just not my strength. I stopped doing that. I started focusing on the things I'm best at. And I said in my mind, I want to become elite at this. This is what I want to do. And at the end of the day, you want to stand out. It's not so you can stand out and say, take a look at me. You want to separate yourself because of the skill set that you have, the consistency that you're putting in, that people see what it is that you're doing. Okay. Number 11, don't compare yourself to other chairmen. Whew, boy, I could spend an entire training on this one subject. And I want to be very clear here. When you compare yourself to other people, you will always lose, okay? Most people make the mistake of comparing their weaknesses to someone else's strengths. This is a big mistake. Everyone is different. If you're going to compare to anything at all, compare who you are to who you're capable of becoming. Who I was back in 2004, that's not who I am today, okay? Realize that the people that you see at 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures that are at convention, that are going across the stage, they're either a finished product or they're on their way to being finished. What you're seeing is the champion in the ring. What you don't see is the trials, the tribulations, the bankruptcy, the repossessed cars, the divorces, those adversities that they went through to grow as a leader and to build their business. And that's why you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. I don't compare myself to anybody. I mean, I think it's stupid. How could I compare myself to Jason Brown? He has no children. How could I compare myself to Alex Morton? He lives a completely different life. I can't compare myself to Matt Rosa, who has hundreds of Jordan shoes. He lives a completely different life and he has 1 child. I have 6. That doesn't mean I'm better than them. It means my life, my responsibilities, the pressures that I have for my life are just different than theirs. I'm not going to compare myself to anybody. I look at myself in the mirror on a daily basis. I'm looking at the person that I'm competing against. I want to become the best version of myself. When I think about my 40s right now, I am obsessed with becoming the best version of myself, which is a reason why 7 days a week I do personal development. I want to know who I can become. When I think about the next, where I'm going to be in 15, 20 years from now, whew, man, I'm excited because I know I'm going to be better at that point than I am right now because of everything I will have learned, but everything that I applied. Too many people learn, not enough application going on. And that's what I have to say on that one. Last key, number 12. When you're good at what you do, people will want you to sponsor them. Man, this has been a tough one to share with people because I get asked all the time, man, how have you signed up so many people? I don't have the exact amount, but here's what I do know. I have enrolled personally somewhere around 3,000 people. Out of 3,000 people, I have gotten from there about 1.2 million customers. Now, it is a team effort. It's not all Brandon Boyd. It's kind of like Michael Jordan didn't win any championships till Scottie Pippen came along and stuff like that. It's a team effort. But here's the thing. People seek out the best people that they possibly can. They are attracted to winners, not whiners. They're attracted to champions. They're attracted to professionals, people that are putting themselves out there in a certain way. So my best advice for you is become the type of person that you want to recruit. Let me ask you a question that might be kind of hard to answer. Would you sponsor you? For some of you, when you look at your your work ethic, would you sponsor you? Think about it. You're like, man, I'm chilling every day. I'm scrolling social media. Would you sponsor you? You're like, my pathetic work ethic, I'd never make it a platinum 150. Work on your skills. Work on your attitude. Work on your mindset. Would I recruit myself? Heck, freaking yes, 100 times over. Boy, I'd like to have someone like me on my team who doesn't make excuses, but instead makes money. A person who shows up every day when they don't feel like it. A person who's laser focused, a person who's consistent, a person that doesn't matter what the circumstances are going on in my life. I learned to control my circumstances by putting in the work. Guys, these are my 12 keys. If you want access to this video today, this training, and this PowerPoint, I want you to go to Brandon Boyd Official. I only have one account on Instagram. I want you to request that you want to get the PDF and you want to get the recording of today's session. When I upload this out on YouTube, I'm going to give each and every one of you access to this presentation. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope that this is something that you can take today and say, you know what? I can start applying it this very week and I can start to make a change. Hopefully one of the 12 keys that I shared with you will make a difference in your life. And you say that even that one key that he shared with me that day has changed my life and my situation. And so guys, with that, this is Brandon Boyd signing off. I hope that you guys liked today's training, and we will see you on the next session. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.